For centuries, civilizations have struggled with the challenge of turning organic waste into fertile soil without attracting pests. In traditional open compost piles, rodents, raccoons and other animals often exploit the easy access to scraps, undermining both hygiene and efficiency. Yet there exists a simple, centuries-old principle that modern survivalists and gardeners can apply: barrel composting. By enclosing decomposing materials in a cylindrical container and managing airflow and moisture, it is possible to create rich compost while denying rodents entry. Understanding this method requires delving into both its practical mechanics and its historical context, revealing a system that is both elegant and effective. Barrel composting works by controlling access and environment simultaneously. At its core, barrel composting relies on two critical factors: containment and aeration. By sealing organic waste inside a barrel, rodents are prevented from accessing food scraps, while the structure allows decomposition to occur unhindered. A typical setup uses a plastic or metal barrel with a secure lid, drilled with carefully sized holes to permit airflow but prevent entry of small animals. The cylindrical shape facilitates turning and mixing, ensuring that oxygen reaches all parts of the compost. Historically, similar enclosed systems have been used in urban and military settings where space was limited and hygiene was paramount. Soldiers and city dwellers alike needed a method to recycle waste without inviting vermin, demonstrating that the principles behind barrel composting are rooted in practical necessity. Now, proper preparation of materials is absolutely essential for successful barrel composting. Without this careful attention, the whole process can easily go awry. The composition of the waste placed inside the barrel, well, it's just as important as the container itself. Striking a balance between carbon-rich materials such as dry leaves, shredded cardboard and straw, and nitrogen-rich inputs like vegetable scraps, coffee grounds or garden clippings really helps to accelerate decomposition. It is crucial, to chop or shred larger items before adding them to the barrel, as this allows microbes faster access to the organic matter. Layering these materials carefully also promotes airflow and prevents compaction, which, if ignored, can slow decomposition and create those unpleasant anaerobic conditions that emit rather foul odors. By observing how the barrel processes material over several weeks, gardeners can, adjust ratios and layers, learning the subtle rhythms of the microbial ecosystem within. Turning the barrel, it accelerates decomposition and prevents odors. A key feature that really distinguishes barrel composting from traditional piles is its capacity for easy rotation. Many barrels are, in fact, mounted on stands or simple pivots, allowing the entire container to be rolled or spun. This motion mixes the layers, redistributing moisture and oxygen while preventing any material from becoming compacted at the bottom. Regular turning not only accelerates decomposition, but also, quite importantly, keeps odors minimal, a crucial consideration when composting in urban or semi-urban environments. In historical analogues, Similar practices were observed in small-scale city gardens and survivalist encampments, where hygiene and rapid nutrient recycling were essential. This hands-on approach ensures that every part of the barrel contributes to nutrient-rich compost. Moisture management determines the speed and quality of composting. Water is a critical component in barrel composting, but it must be managed carefully. Excess moisture can cause anaerobic conditions, producing a foul smell and attracting insects, while insufficient moisture slows microbial activity. The ideal consistency is really akin to a wrung-out sponge, damp enough to support microbial life, but not so wet that it pools or leaks. In practical application, rainfall can supplement moisture in outdoor barrels, but additional watering may be necessary during dry periods. Conversely, during rainy seasons, it may be wise to elevate the barrel slightly or add absorbent carbon-rich material to maintain balance. Attention to moisture mirrors historical practices where gardeners and urban residents learn to adapt composting techniques to seasonal changes, ensuring a steady supply of fertile soil year-round. Harvesting compost from a barrel provides, ready-to-use soil. After several months of careful management, the barrel yields dark, crumbly, nutrient-rich compost that can be applied directly to garden beds, raised planters, or potted plants. Unlike open piles, the enclosed barrel prevents loss of material to pests and wind, making it, highly efficient. To harvest, the bottom or side of the barrel can be opened, or material can be removed through a small hatch, leaving fresh layers intact for continued decomposition. This staged harvesting allows continuous production, ensuring a reliable supply of soil amendment throughout the year. For survivalists, this method is, absolutely invaluable. A single barrel can sustain small garden plots, enhance soil fertility, and really reduce dependence on store-bought fertilizers. Barrel composting transforms urban, suburban, and wilderness gardens alike. In urban areas, barrels can be placed on patios or balconies, providing a hygienic and rodent-resistant method for recycling food waste. Suburban gardens benefit from the same principles, with barrels supporting both vegetables and ornamental plantings. Even in wilderness survival scenarios, a barrel or cylindrical container can be repurposed from available materials, enabling off-grid composting that enriches soil without attracting pests or wildlife. Historical accounts from rural communities often mention simple enclosed composting systems, which really demonstrates that this method is both practical and time-tested. Understanding barrel composting equips gardeners with resilience and, a sense of historical insight. Observing the microbial processes within a contained barrel connects modern gardeners with centuries of ecological knowledge. It reinforces the concept that human ingenuity can work with natural decomposition rather than against it, creating soil that supports both survivalist gardens and historical horticultural experiments. In conclusion, barrel composting is a rodent-proof, efficient, and historically grounded method for producing high-quality compost. By balancing materials, managing moisture, and regularly turning the barrel, gardeners can harness microbial processes in a controlled environment, yielding nutrient-rich soil while avoiding the pitfalls of traditional piles. The simplicity of this system, coupled with its effectiveness, makes it an essential technique for anyone interested in sustainable survivalist or historically informed gardening. If you found this exploration valuable, subscribe to Hydro Haven for more in-depth investigations of historical and survivalist gardening techniques, and share this guide with fellow enthusiasts. Implementing barrel composting not only improves soil, but connects you with centuries of ecological wisdom and practical ingenuity.